I am a writer. I have written a lot. I write every day of my life. I get out of bed in the morning and crash into my keyboard and start to write. I write anything. When people look at me, when people look at me, this is what they see. This is what people see. This is what people see. And this is what I hear. All the time. Sometimes I find it hard to write. Like now. I'm finding it hard because my thoughts are going round and round. Round and round and because my thoughts are going round and round and I can't communicate them to anybody else. It was always easy to communicate. But now it's harder. I mean, what thought can I communicate to a friend? This is what people see. I see things in English literature that nobody can begin to understand. Nobody can comprehend. I see the shit, the stomach, the music, and I saw them all before someone else pointed them out to me. I saw it all. Saw it all in Ulysses. My purpose in life is to pass this on, and since I found my purpose in life, I feel like I'm in another world. People don't always understand me and what I'm doing, so it's easy for me to be by myself with my special friends. And get work done. I work hard because I have so much to do, but it affects my sleep, as I find it hard to shut my mind down. It goes on and spins round and stops me sleeping. It used to be that I would go to sleep as soon as my head touched the pillow, but not now. I always thought that the others saw the things in literature that I see. When I pointed little things out to them, they looked at me as if I was. So now I keep things like that to myself. I talk to people less. I don't want them to think I'm dangerous or should be locked up. So I talk to people less. Is okay by me. I've always heard voices. I just thought other people were hearing them too. I didn't hear them as a child. So that proves to me that I'm different and that I have to work very hard to appear normal. But I'm not sure how long I can keep it up. I think I need help. 2 weeks ago I started to hear that noise. That strange noise. Knocking. So, I'm gonna see my doctor. Hello?
Stephen Moore.
Morse?
Sorry, Stephen Morse? That's right, I'm terribly sorry.
That's okay.
Is that you, Stephen?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Dr. Ainsley. I'm returning your call.
Oh, hello, Dr. Ainsley.
You told my secretary you stopped taking your pills.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, I can't work. I can't think that they've stopped my inspiration.
I see.
Yeah, I figured if I didn't go out, that any strange voices would be in my head, and then I can know that there were only voices. I want you to stop me going out. You see, if I don't go out, I can lock myself in work. I've got a commission to write a series of poetry, and I can't work when I'm taking the pills. Do you remember that? Do you remember that time when you hypnotized me? Yeah, would you be able to do that over the phone? I mean, I'm having food sent in, and well, I don't have to go out, but I have to write the poetry. I can certainly stop you going out, but I can't help you with the poetry. Okay. Can you put your phone on the speaker? Yes. I'll do that.
Now listen to my voice and concentrate on an object in the room. Maybe the phone. Look at it. Look at it as you listen to me. Are you looking at it?
Yes.
Are you looking at it?
Yes.
That object is me. Now feel very comfortable, Stephen. Feel very comfortable. Don't go to sleep, but feel very comfortable. You will not be able to go out of the house. Something will stop you. Something will stop you.
Oh, Jeremy. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, mate. I just can't think of. I've been up for ages. I haven't been to bed for 2 nights. I just can't think of any of the. I can't think of poetry. I can't think of any of the words that I need to go in there. And it's driving me up the twist, and it's really hurting me. And I keep hearing these noises and voices and whatever. I was hypnotized not to go out. Oh, Dr. Ainsley. Dr. Ainsley. You know Dr. Ainsley? Well, I've spoken to you about Dr. Ainsley before. Oh. Well, anyway, I can't write any poetry. I can't write one poem. I'm on a series of them. When? Till the end of the week? Oh. I thank you for the extension, but I can't do it. It just hurts me. No, listen, I'm just going to give them up, okay? Just don't expect that. Okay, carry on. We'll do nothing. I'll write them on Friday morning. What am I going to do with my guitar? No, I heard you said something about my guitar there. Dublin. Dublin.
Once upon a time, and a long time ago it was, in the city of Dublin, in the land of Ireland, there was a man with a pen. And this man with the pen gave it to a little fella who wrote many a poem, limerick and story. And the poems, limericks and stories spread to the 4 corners of the world. It was a square world. And the poems, limericks and stories that spread to the 4 corners of the world made the earth round, into a great ball surrounded by clouds, as the great man once said. Near the ball there was a moon, which added romance and imagination to the poems, limericks and stories. And around all this were stars and planets, and they formed a system called the solar system, and it was solar and alone. And writers came along and looked to the moon and beyond, to the stars and planets in the solar system for inspiration. And when they got the inspiration they needed, they used the pen to write, for that is what a pen is for. And the man with the pen looked down at the writers whenever they were in their blocks, and gave them the start that they needed. And this is how the writers of Ireland told the people of the world the absolute truth, which they had found on the wall of Bewley's coffee shop in Grafton Street, Dublin. For there were many in Bewley's would put the world to right in an afternoon's confabulation. But the writer was always the little fella who had to meet the big bad bullies when he was at school. The big bad bullies that made him take part in their big bad bumpy games, which would frighten the poor little fella at that very early and tender age, when all the boys had to learn to head the greasy leather orb, which they called a football, had to go into the big bad world, which they called a school, had to find out that most of the bullies were the teachers who took great pleasure and unnatural delight in striking many a young child across the backside with their canes and slippers. But the little writer would get his own back on the big bad bullies, for he would write about them. Sometimes, but not often, the big bad bully would read what the little writer had written and knock the bejesus out of him. Hey, Jeremy, it's me. Yeah, Stephen Morse. Yeah, guess what? I finished the poems. Yeah, did like you said, played the guitar, acted a normal life, and they're finished. 32 poems about Ireland, one for each county. How's that? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to bring them in now. No. Don't worry about the email. Don't worry about the email. I've got them in. I've got a hard copy for you in an envelope, and I'll be there in about half an hour, I suppose. Okay, bye-bye.
Ah, Stephen, you thought we were Dr. Ainsley.